So at the start of Season 7, why are we, the manager of VfB Stuttgart, in a Youth to Gold save, looking randomly at Sociedad Deportiva Orcas, a team from Ecuador? Well, last season they were the lucky winners of the Copa Sudamerica, which is effectively the Europa League of the South Americas, beating Lanús of Argentina. It's not really answered your question, has it? Maybe this will answer your question, because in Season 7, we have an extra competition, the European/South American Club Challenge, which is between Orcas and VfB Stuttgart. It seems to be the winner of the Copa Sudamerica and the Europa League, that's what it's called, that's the competition we won last season, play a one-off random match to see who wins. It still gets weirder, though, because for some reason, every single match is played in a 44,000 capacity stadium in Sevilla, the home of Sevilla. But I don't know why. Is it because Sevilla just win the Europa League constantly? They have won it a lot, haven't they? So at the start of Season 7, we have technically 5 different trophies that we could win. The European South American Club Challenge, the UEFA Super Cup, the Bundesliga, the Champions League, and the DFB Pokal. Obviously, I kind of want to win all of them. I feel like we might win this one. Are we going to count it as a trophy? You bet your bottom dollar we're going to count this one as a proper trophy. We could win the quadruple. Not the quadruple, the quintuple? Is that a thing? We could win the quintuple. Obviously, being a Youth to Gold save, we have a couple of rules that we do need to abide by. It means that any player who is 30 years or older, we need to be trying to sell as soon as possible. If we can't sell them, I do kind of allow myself to loan them out. Basically, I don't want to be playing them anymore once they hit 30 years of age at the start of the season. Also, if we want to buy any new players, they all have to be little teenagers, because basically that's part of the rules. We can't buy anybody who is older than the age of 19. So anybody who is 16, 17, 18 or 19, I guess 15 technically if we can find somebody, we can sign. But that is it. And in Season 7, we have one player that we do need to get rid of, and that is Englishman Brandon Williams. He is 30, which means we can no longer play him. He's currently listed and available for £21 million. Burnley do want him on loan, which I will do if we have to. He is also out of contract at the end of the season. So if he does go out on loan to Burnley, we're getting no money for him because he's just going to leave at the end of his contract. I can't really give him a new contract. It feels a bit cheaty to give him a new contract just to then sell him. Obviously, at the start of a new season, it is a new transfer window as well. We've got £93 million to spend, which is quite a lot of money. Do we need to spend it? No, we don't. Are we going to spend it? Maybe. One of these days, I might spend all of my transfer budget. Anyway, let's jump to the end of the first transfer window. We do have some transfer business that we need to be doing, and also we will be saying goodbye to Brandon Williams. Can almost guarantee it. I bet you didn't think Brandon Williams would be ending up here. He's gone to Borussia Dortmund, and he's gone for £15.75 million. We did have to get an intermediary in to try and sell him, because nobody was offering, but £15.75 million for a player who is now 31 years old. We're not allowed to play him according to our rules. That's big money. Another player who has left, not for big money this time around, is Daniel Westphal. He has gone to Freiburg for £225,000, but we've also got one other big name player to leave. And that is Samuel Di Benedetto. He's got no caps for Germany, but do we have the German squad? I can never remember. Is that a thing? It's not a thing. Maybe this is why he doesn't have any caps for Germany, because obviously it's not in the game. But Di Benedetto has moved over to Hertha, and he's gone for 33.5, possibly going up to £41.5 million. He was playing, but most of the time they were coming off the bench. So if you look at the bottom there, so 11 off the bench that time, 15 that season, 13 last season, just 8 starts. So I thought, you know what? Let's take the money. He's still only 26, got plenty of time ahead of him, but we don't really need him apparently. So let's move him on. And we did only bring in 2 new players to the club as well. Jose Maria Munoz, first up, 19-year-old Argentine under-23 international, immediately gone out on loan to Middlesbrough. He's cost £4.4 million, obviously one for the future here. And another left-back is Mohamed Nikolic, certainly not one for the future, signing from Dynamo, the Bosnian international with 8 caps to his name, has come in for £8.75 million. He is the Brandon Williams replacement. He is a Wonderkid. I do wonder how many Wonderkids we actually have in the club. I don't know whether there's an easy way of finding that out. Also, players going on various loan deals. So Brian Dos Santos, after spending last season at Amiens, has gone to Brest this season. We've got Nicolas Nagel going to Nuremberg. Needs to get some first-team football, I believe. Saxon Oxborough continues his time at Wrexham, spending another season there. Did they get promoted? They are still in League One, so no, they did not. Kellen Slack, he's gone over to Leicester, spent last season at Sheffield United. We've got Giovanni Vessi also going to Brest, joining Dos Santos. He's good. I do like Vessi. Don't know why. We've also got Lewis Alsop going on loan to Notts County, a player that we randomly signed from Shrewsbury. He's all right, isn't he? He's certainly, I say one for the future. He's 23. Cesar Moreno has gone to Karlsruhe. Still, I don't know how to say that team's name, sorry, but he's gone on loan there for the season. It'd be good for him to get some game time at a better squad. Morea, gone off to Sunderland. He was at Hansa Rostock last season, played 11 times. He's gone to Sunderland. He's already scored in the Championship. I don't understand Football Manager sometimes. And then Javier Palomino, who we signed last season, he's gone out on loan to St Etienne because basically he wasn't playing for us. Definitely one for the future. He's very good at football, but that is all the business that we have done. I didn't mention this last season, actually, and I feel like I probably should have done. We've got 2 players who I think could be spectacular coming through our youth intake. Max Gunter is a 15-year-old striker, and he's worth £11 to £19.5 million, which, if you know me by now, you'll know that that is my key sign of he's probably got high potential. It's not a guarantee by any means, but he's probably got high potential. We've also got a few other players, so Elevdin, maybe? Elvdin Gomez, who is from Luxembourg, which I love to see. He's costing £1.2 to £2.6 million, so maybe there's something there. We've also got Dursun, who I think could be good, 15-year-old Turkish goalkeeper, possibly valued at £9.6 million. We've also got a few other players who've been knocking about for a while, so like Nagel has been here for a few seasons, worth possibly up to £1.7 million, but I don't think these ones are really going to get there. He's on £13.5 a week. Who signed that off? Anyway, we did have a couple of matches played as well. First of all, kicking off with the semi-main event is the UEFA Super Cup up against Arsenal. We take the lead after just 17 seconds. The £91 million man, Hammond, opens the scoring against Arsenal. 36 minutes now on the clock. Martinelli has the ball for Arsenal on that left-hand side. Plays it in, finds Manieri. It falls to Saka, and Saka puts it past Chappendonk, making it 1-1. And then as we move into the second half, the 67th minute, Ortiz with the ball for Stuttgart at the front post is Hammond, falls for Diao, gets a second bite of the cherry, makes it 2-1, and we lift our first trophy of the season. And our second trophy of the season came in the shape of the European South American Club Challenge thingy, whatever it is called. Russell Hammond once again with the opening goal. Look at the capacity. Look at all the people in attendance watching this match. That's all the Orcas fans not bothering to come over from Ecuador, apparently. Hammond finds Arbeloda in the middle. Nikolic finds Diao in the penalty area, puts the ball away, making it 2-0. This is just after half-time, and we are not done there. Ortiz with a throw for us on the right-hand side finds Varela on the ground. Hammond once again getting involved. Diao once again, this time, tucks it away into the bottom corner, making it 3-0. And completing his hat-trick, we do make it 4-0 in the 80th minute. Ortiz on the right-hand side. In the middle, Diao's the man to kick the ball into the back of the net. A 4-0 victory against the Ecuadorian side in Spain. For some reason, we have picked up our second trophy of the season. And there is still the possibility that it could be 5. The DFB Pokal, we have Hanover in the second round. The Champions League, obviously, is the Champions League. We haven't played any matches yet, and we are currently sat 4th place in the Bundesliga after 3 matches. So 2 wins to our name, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Augsburg. 1 defeat, though, against HSV, who are down in 14th place. Not a good defeat, that one. Frankfurt at top of the table with 3 wins, beating Dortmund. That's impressive. A Dortmund side who were champions just 2 seasons ago. Anyway, that is how the season has started. We do have 2 trophies in the bank. Let's jump forward then to January, ready for the next transfer window, and maybe we can see how well we're doing in the Bundesliga. Hopefully we're not knocked out of the DFB Pokal either. Winning 5 trophies is too many trophies, okay? We decided we didn't want to do it. We lost 2-1 against Hanover in the second round of the DFB Pokal. Competition that we did win like 3 seasons ago. However, we're not winning it this time around. We're also not doing particularly amazing when it comes to the Champions League. We've played 6. We have won twice, beating Slavia Prague and Ajax with a positive 6 goal difference. We have drawn against Atletico Madrid, which is actually a very good draw. But we have lost against Tottenham, Barcelona and Liverpool, which is 3 very tough games, although Tottenham we have beaten in the past. In the Bundesliga, however, we sit top of the table. 10 wins to our name, joint with Frankfurt and Bayern. But we've got some good wins in there, beating Leipzig, beating Frankfurt as well. 3 draws. We've got Bayer, we've got Bayern and Schalke. 3 defeats, Freiburg, Werder and HSV, which is not good. HSV 14th. We've got Werder, who are 12th, Freiburg, who are 10th. These are not matches we should be losing. I didn't mention this earlier, okay, and I probably should have done it at the start of the season, but we've locked in 2 players into the squad. Hammond is obviously the first one playing as that attacking midfielder. I feel like he doesn't need to be locked in anymore, but if we take him out, they will probably play Milio, so I'm going to keep him in. He's getting good. I feel like he is now justifying that £91 million. The other player that we have locked in is Mikel Gonzalez. Now, I mentioned him at the end of Season 6, along with Nicoli, that he is kind of one of my project players, because my scouts and my coaches think that there's potential there, but it's not happening. It's not coming out. Low determination is certainly a factor for this. So, what I am trying to do with Mikel Gonzalez, first of all, he's getting game time. He's played 15 matches, in fact 19 matches in all competitions, 2 goals and an assist to his name, both of them coming in the Bundesliga. But also, he's going to be getting a lot of mentoring. I've stuck him in mentoring groups with high determination people. I've heard a rumour, and I don't know how true or accurate this is, but if they're doing well in training, praise them, constantly praise them. So I've been doing that when I get the chance to. If they're doing badly in training, criticise them for bad performances, praise them for good performances, all that kind of thing, which should hopefully kind of alter his under the hood numbers, the ones that you don't actually get to see, things like consistency and stuff like that. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's got some really absolute garbage hidden attributes, and we need to try and improve them somehow. The 5 determination is almost certainly part of the problem here. Can we actually look to see how it's gone on? I mean, he's actually improved. He started on 2 determination. I can't believe he had 2 determination. He's now on 5. That's a massive improvement already. I feel like he's gone down 8 in free kick taking. Admittedly, he shouldn't be taking free kicks. There's a lot of red numbers going the wrong way. But these are all in things he doesn't necessarily need to do. Technique, I'd like him to be higher on. I don't care if he's good at free kicks or finishing. He's a centre-back. We don't need him to do that. Or corners. Just get good at football. Be a good defender. That's what we're here for. Anyway, what I was trying to say is Mikel Gonzalez is going to be playing for a season, and we're going to see how well he's going to do. He's doing rubbish, just in case you're wondering. 15 matches, an average of 6.69. He has, like I said, 2 assists, 2 goals and 1 assist. Pretty much nothing else to really shout home about, but getting some game time is hopefully going to improve him. I did also consider doing this with Nicoli. I did do it a few seasons ago because he has played maybe 60 or so matches for us over the course of his career. We spent £10.25 million on him. It's a lot of money, but I feel like he is good. Okay, Gonzalez is a much bigger challenge, and I want to do it. I want to make Gonzalez good for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, it is a transfer window. £111 million we've got to spend. Don't know whether we're going to spend any of it at all. £14.5 million. That is all we have spent in the January transfer window. We've signed Dusan Martinovic, an 18-year-old Serbian international Wonderkid. He joins our ranks of many Wonderkids signed from Red Star over in his native Serbia. He's good for £14.5 million. I think that's a pretty decent signing. He is probably going to be a centre-back, but because we're going to keep on with the Mikel Gonzalez experiment, maybe a defensive midfielder might be where he plays most of this season, if he even plays at all. We have also sold one player. Yannick Nothnagel has left the club, signing for Hoffenheim. I think I mentioned him at the start of the season. I just don't think he's any good. He's gone for 9.75, possibly going up to 1.2. But yeah, he's never played for us, and I don't think he ever would. Joining Nothnagel, leaving the club, we do have a whole host of loan spells as well. Rodriguez, McDonald, and Stirrup going on loan to Regensburg, along with Altvater as well. We've got Yasir Khan going to Birmingham. We've got John Mullen over to the MLS, signing for LAFC. Baumgartel has gone to HSV. He's a player that I've got high hopes for as well. He just doesn't ever seem to really do anything. He played a few times for us early on in our save. We've got Osorio. Luis Osorio, he has gone over to Hertha as well. Needs to get a bit more game time, I think. We've got Rent, another player who I've got high hopes for. Just doesn't ever seem to really improve. He's gone on loan to Dusseldorf. Mario Mucker to Augsburg. Is he getting better? Probably not. And then finally, Milton has returned to the northwest of England. He's gone to Preston. He loves it up there for some reason. He's gone from Blackburn to Preston via Hansa Rostock. So that was our transfer window for January. Not a lot really went on. We've still got £106 million to spend. But what's happened in the competitions? Well, the Champions League was okay in the end. 8 matches obviously played. Beating Antwerp was an additional result. And then there was another defeat in there against Juve. We did have a tough few matches there, but we have managed to get through. And we'll be up against Marseille in the knockout round, which I feel like we should be good enough to get past. And then we don't know who we're playing the next round, because that's not how the Champions League works. I have just seen Real Madrid have won it 4 times in the last 7 or 8 seasons. That's ridiculous. It's not gone well, though, in the Bundesliga. I think we've lost pretty much everything since we were last here. So we've dropped down from 1st place to 5th place, which seems to be our perennial position. We always seem to finish in 5th, so 11 wins. So I think we've got 1 extra win, maybe 1 draw and 2 defeats, or something along those lines. So it's not been a particularly good month of January. We have just fallen like a stone, haven't we? We have fallen like a stone. I don't know how we turn that around. It might be by stopping the Gonzalez experiment, because I feel like his 6.66 average rating over the last 5 matches might be a problem, although he did score in one of those games, so maybe he's fine. Maybe he's not the problem. Anyway, just to confirm, we are still sticking with Gonzalez and Hammond locked into the starting 11. Gonzalez experiment might be a one-season thing, okay? Might not be, but it might be. Before we take a look at how this season has finished, I just want to kind of look at the youth players. We've not really got a big selection here because these are ones we have actually signed, and there's only one who could be good, and that is Daniel Martin. 6.4 potential value on the top end. I don't think he's going to be amazing. It's probably been one of our worst youth intakes since the save has actually started. From a results perspective, unfortunately, we did not win the Champions League, but we did a very good job, in fact, getting all the way through to the semi-final. A semi-final that was won by Barcelona, setting up a Real Madrid-Barcelona final, which was won by Barcelona. So Real Madrid didn't win it for the 412th time over the course of the competition. Instead, Barcelona have managed to pick up a trophy. I do want to have a look at records. 18 times they've won the Champions League. That's a lot. In the Bundesliga, we did manage to turn things around slightly by finishing third place in the table, just 3 points off Bayern at the top. So I think we kind of went on a bit of a run, maybe towards the end of the season. Lots and lots of big victories. A 5-2 win against Bayern was not enough to derail their title charge. We've also got a bunch of draws in there, a few defeats. We lost twice against HSV. They won 7 all season, and 2 of them were against us. Before we look at the squad then, I want to take a quick look at the lone players. In fact, just one. Saxon Oxbow has had another ridiculously good season at Wrexham, scoring 26 in all competitions. Have they got promoted to the Championship? They're third. They are third. They lost in the final of the playoffs. Oxbow was the top goal scorer in the league with 23 goals. How are they not getting up with that amount of goals from one player? He's literally he's a one-man team. So we've only got 4 players who broke 10 goals this season. Russell Hammond is the first of them with 17 and 10 assists. So 17 goals, and he is the lowest player to break double figures. That's a lot of goals. He's good. He's got an England cap as well. Who did he play against? He played against Bosnia-Herzegovina back on the 30th of March 2032. It is starting to be justification for the £91 million, okay? It was a waste of money. Admittedly, at the time it was a waste of money, but right now, he's starting to get good. Another superb season for Asani Diao, now 26 years of age. Total of 20 goals in all competitions. So he is probably one of his best seasons. In fact, his second best season maybe with us since joining the club. A lot of league goals, 13 league goals, and then just the just the 7 in other competitions. So Diao has done well there. We've got Enzo Milio, 15 assists and 21 goals from Milio. I imagine he's playing as a right winger. A defence midfielder and right winger, just kind of jumping between them. Also, maybe an attacking midfielder as well. So he's a bit of a versatile player. The problem is, he is 29. Season 8, we might need to sell him. Technically, we don't, okay? My rules are, if at the start of the season he is under 30, we don't need to sell him. If he turns 30 in the transfer window, we don't need to sell him. But I think I might try and do it, especially as he's worth 75 to 82 million pounds. And another season being the top goal scorer is Elkin Arbeloda, 24 years of age, 31 caps and 9 goals for Colombia now. He's wanted. Who's he wanted by? Villa and Nantes. Nantes must have a lot of money for some reason because they want to buy a lot of our players at the moment, and I don't know why. 22 goals, 4 assists. So he's got more assists this season. In fact, he's got more assists this season than I think he's got in his entire career playing for us. So fair play, Arbeloda. You're starting to be slightly less selfish. Also, you might spot there, number 6 on our list is Mikel Gonzalez with just 5 goals, but he's got 5 goals. His determination's gone up from 5 to 6. He's getting better. Was the experiment worth it? Probably not, but game time seems to work. His potential ability's dropped. It was 4-star, I'm sure of it, at the start of the season. It's now 3-star. But he is 24. His marking's gone up a lot, apparently. I mean, I always forget you can do this. You can do it all the time and then see here the numbers. Marking's gone up by 3 for some reason. A very sharp increase from 11 to 13 there. We've got concentrations going up. We've got decisions going up. Determination has gone up massively as well. Positioning, vision. Lots and lots of things going up. But general footballing ability is the ones that are sort of being kind of affected, but they're not. They're really not. The ones that kind of would be useful, sort of, for a footballer of his ability or his positioning are kind of these ones, I guess. Some of them have gone down, but they've only gone down by 1 point in total. We've gone up 3 in marking. All in all, I'd say he's improved. He's certainly not a good footballer, okay? But maybe next season we keep this experiment going. And maybe next season we introduce Marco Nicoli as well. Just a thought.